Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host Sandman. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mok-Workshop Gold Digger Lockpick set. Let's get into it. So this set retails regularly for 27 euros. Every adventure should start with solid equipment, functional, resilient, reliable. The Gold Digger set consists of 3 hook profiles from the Extra series, which impress with their stronger geometry and give beginners more security, as these picks also forgive if you use a little more force than necessary. Of course, the classic triple peak rake should not be missing either, because it can be described as the all-rounder among the rakes and opens a whole lot of conventional locks with little practice. The set is rounded off by 4 flat wire tensioning tools in different strengths, which can be used both at the top and bottom of the keyway. Basically, everything you will need to get started, or if you want to effectively expand an existing set. Scope of delivery: 1 hook flat HF1X05 and 1 hook flat 2, which is the medium, and then 1 hook flat 3, which is the deep, and 1 triple peak, which is that rake there, and then you get the 1 tensioning set bottom of keyway, but they're double-ended, so it's bottom and top of keyway. So let's talk about this set. So this particular set does come in 301 high yield stainless steel. If you are new to this channel, because even though everybody's tired of hearing me talk about it, there are only 5 different lockpick steels on the market today. So only 5 different types of steels we're gonna see among the lockpick manufacturers, and 301 high yield stainless steel offers about 280,000 pounds per square inch of ultimate tensile strength. It is the strongest tool steel on the market that we have available for lockpicks at this time. There is no stronger steel. That is these tools. These tools are made from the strongest steel on the market. Now then, we do get a total of 3 different profiles for hooks and 1 rake. We have a short hook, a medium hook, and a deep hook. All of these are flat hooks, which are really great for people starting out. Also, even advanced lockpickers still love their flat hook for anything. I just watched a video with Lady Locks slaying a Abus 7240 series padlock. It's a greenbelt lock using just a simple short flat hook. It blew my darn mind. So that's what we're looking at for those particular profiles. This is best of the best, high quality, high functionality with transparency. I did a video of Mok-Workshop or Moki lockpicks in general. Like when I first got all of the tools in my collection, I did a super long 40-minute video, and the guy just has so much documentation talking about the tool steel that he uses. He talks about all the different the tolerances of the weakest to the strongest, and how he tries to aim for a particular ultimate tensile strength among the high yield, and then the polishing process, everything that goes into these. They're absolutely tier 1, and in my opinion, these are in the top 3 brands in the entire world. It is in my top 3. Top 3. And I'm probably at this point probably going to say in my top 2. I'm not going to tell you what my favorite is. I want to say it's Moki, but I listen, you've got to get your hands on these. They're going to be your top 3, top 2, or top 1 as well. I just don't know how else to break that down to you. This set does retail for 27 euros, comes into about $35 to $37, and that is going to work in everybody's budget. That's going to work for little Timmy. That's going to work for Timothy and for Tim. However, I highly recommend you make a very small investment, and that is going to increase the cost of this overall exponentially. You are going to want to leave the website having invested about $100 in this, but hear me out. First off, I love that he immediately has assembled the option to add handles to this particular set within the web page for the Gold Digger set. This is actually on from the website, so I love that. And with this set does not come with handles, and I like that it doesn't come with handles, because it shows you that what is most unique about these tools is that you're actually getting 2 picks in 1. So if you were to, by any chance, if you were to perchance happen to deform or bend or break one of your working ends, you could just take some clippers and cut this off and use this other end, flip it around, put it back in your handle, and now you're back in business. You're essentially getting 6 picks for the price, or excuse me, 8 picks for the price of 4, which is incredible. Nobody else has done this design. It's quite ingenious. I do feel that we are going to see imitators in the future, I think it is an amazing use of the tool steel that we have. If anybody out there is producing full tang lockpicks, they should be making full use of that full tang by having removable handles and having an extra profile on the back end. However, you do have to purchase the handles sold separately. He does have these in black and he does have these in green. Sometimes you're going to see some of my videos and they're gonna have this different color green. It's like a toxic green. These were 3D printed. I think he 3D printed these himself out of his workshop before he went all corporate on us. Just kidding. No, but before he became mainstream and big deal and started working with other manufacturers so we could actually get tools in our hands, because these were sold out for like 6.5 months or longer. So these are the original handles. These are the new iterations. I love these. I still use the old ones because I'm proud that I've got like an older generation. It's a snobby lockpick collector thing. Don't listen to me. But it also comes with screws. And I'm going to put together one of these on camera just so you can see how easy it is. And I might be able to give you some recommendations on making sure that it is a smooth transition for you. But let's talk about some other upgrades. So before we talk about more upgrades, let's talk about the turning tools. These are just basic 1095 high carbon, turning tools. These have been painted somewhere by somebody to keep them from corroding. So they are painted black. If they weren't painted, they'd just be the color of steel. And we have one bottom of keyway and one top of keyway. If you're new to lockpicking, we use bottom of keyway for raking. And so I can put the longer one in the bottom of my keyway here. And I can take my rake and I can put my rake with the peaks pointing towards my pins there. Alternatively, if I'm going to single pin pick this thing because maybe it has security pins, or maybe I just want better control, maybe it's just I'm not able to rake this guy. I want to take any of my lifter hooks. I'm going to take the short end here, put it at the top of the keyway, fling it out against the backdrop. Just kidding. I'm going to take my take my hook here, and now I can single pin pick like that. This is slightly paracentric, so I'm not going to use, oh, there we go. Slightly paracentric. So with the taller, deeper hooks, you don't want to use those on paracentric keyways. You want to use the shorter hooks on those paracentric keyways. So this guy right here will fit perfectly in there, just like that. Perfect, just like that. Paracentric keyways are keyways that have warding that overlap each other, which is designed to thwart lockpickers like you and me. So I love that he has all three different heights. This is desired among high-level lockpickers to not just have one profile of a particular shape, whether it be a flat or a round, but instead to have 3 or 4 different depths or heights of that favored profile, so that way they can tackle all different types of locks, whether it be because they're highly paracentric or they have a crazy key bitting. So the key bitting, meaning the heights of the pins up and down, can be crazy. They can be really deep and really tall. They can do all kinds of crazy stuff before you can actually pick that lock. So moving on, a couple things that I think that are worth investing in. Obviously, I think you should invest into those handles. Get those handles. They're like 2 or 3 euros each. Go ahead and buy 4 of them. You definitely want the handles. The other thing that I would recommend is go ahead and invest in those top of keyway turning tools. The turning tools, the top of keyway turning tools, yeah, they are 26 euros. And yeah, that's almost the cost of an entire lockpick set. But these are actually considered some of the best top of keyway turning tools in the world. Not only because of the type of steel that's being used, but because he is the only lockpick manufacturer that I'm aware of, and I have all of the lockpicks in the world. He's the only manufacturer that actually has 6 different thicknesses for top of keyway. And because they are long, they provide a little bit more leverage for the process of float picking. Let's talk about float picking real quick. Let me grab a really large keyway here. So I have this Medico M3, which is known for having a ginormous keyway. I could throw hot dogs down this thing. And I should be able to take a 2mm maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, holy crap. I can take a 2mm top of keyway pry bar and be able to pry this. There's no other turning tool out there on the market that can fit a Medico M3 keyway. That thing is ginormous. So that is the benefit of having multiple sizes. Alternatively, I have a Yale Y1 or it's a Y6. I don't remember because I'm an idiot. But if I take this Yale keyway right here, I should be able to find a 0.8 in this set, and that 0.8 should be able to fit, oh, look at that, perfectly perfectly. So you can do everything from highly paracentric keyways from Yale all the way to wide open keyways to the Medico M3 and everything in between. That is desirable. It is double-ended because sometimes locks have a recess into the lock body, and sometimes locks are flush with the lock body, and so we use that short end instead. These are without a doubt some of the best top of keyway turning tools in the world. They are worth it. They are worth it. The other investment I would recommend that you make is buying yourself the Mok-Workshop pick case. Why? Because, well, not only because you're making the extra investment on buying the top of keyway turning tools and you're buying the handles, but this is one of the nicest cases in my collection. Someone asked me, he goes, what do you think of the what do you think of the Moki pick case? Like, is it nice? Is it, does it look cheap? Is it, whatever? And I told him, I was like, man, it's honestly, if not the nicest, one of the nicest. Like, I have some really nice leather pick cases from Multipick. I have $60 pick cases from Peterson Manufacturing. Like, this is easily up there, if not in my top 3, then probably my most favorite lockpick case. It is the nicest pick case I own. It is super nice. I still can't tell if it's made of leather or if it's made of pleather, and I don't even care. I honestly don't care. This thing is so nice. I think the inside is an imitation leather. I think the outside is an actual leather. That's what I'm going with. But man, this is nice. Video pictures do not do this justice. Alternatively, there is a very decently sized aftermarket of people making unique customized handles for anybody that loves to collect Moki tools. These are very favorited, highly favorited among the locksport community. And I even have a custom leather pick case that someone made for me for my favorite Moki tools here. And I have Sandman. I love using gym style hooks. This holds 3 Moki tools and some turning tools right there. And I just put that in my front pocket. That's how much I love this stuff. Moki makes some of the best stuff. He really does. On top of that, he also makes one of the best jackknife tools on the market. This is a Lockmaster jackknife, which is produced out of Germany, and so is Moki. The Mok-Workshop is produced out of Germany. But this particular set of tools is made with the same tool steel, the 301 high yield stainless steel, that all of his lockpicks are made out of. I have to take this apart off camera because it's really hard when my arms are extended in front of me. But he has a bottom of keyway and a top of keyway turning tool, which is something that only like 30% of the jackknives on the market actually have. And then he is one of only 2, I think, 2, or I can't be 3. I think he's probably only one of 2 jackknife manufacturers, or at least he provides the profiles for the Lockmaster chassis. He's one of only 2 that actually has 301 high yield stainless steel. So if you have saved up your money, if you have been not going out to eat this week, eating McDonald's and eating French fries and tacos and going to Taco Bell and spending all your money, if you have the money to swing and buy this guy, I don't remember what the price is on this at the moment, but if this is in stock, get this. This is also one of the best jackknives on the entire market. And I have all of the jackknives. The only other jackknife that is 301 high yield is going to be the Swick, and this is like $150 to $160 investment, and it is rough, baby. This thing is going to cut your hands while you're using it. It is super rough. I'm looking at all my other jackknives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have a total of 14 jackknives, and this is only there's only 2 that offer this type of tool steel, the strongest tool steel on the market. This is absolutely worth buying. So the other thing that you should buy while you're on the Mok-Workshop website should be a pinning tray. Get the Mok pinning tray, and then you should just go ahead and buy some pinning trays for your friends, because that's how we make friends. We bring them into locksport. We invite them into our cult, and we say, hey man, why don't you learn how to pick locks like us? That's what I would buy. When you become a very high level lock picker, not like me, because I suck, but when you become a high level lock picker, you should have all the Mokis. Get all the Mokis. He also has the high pin count tools. I was going somewhere with that. So my phone just shut off and I just kept talking for like 15 entire minutes. That's what I get for investing $1,400 for a brand new iPhone, and then it just shuts off randomly after 5 minutes of recording and not warn me. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna jump into showing you how to put these handles on because some people are a little bit perplexed by this. So we're gonna take your desired handle, it can be black and green or whatever, and we're gonna take 3 of these things. We're gonna have some small ones and some larger ones. These smaller ones have the threads on the outside, the larger ones have thread on the inside. We're gonna call the thread on the inside female and the thread on the outside male. I'm gonna take 3 of the male ones and I'm going to take my handle, I'm gonna take the textured side and I'm gonna place that down against the female end right here. There we go. So I'm just gonna pop that in and then I'm gonna take this middle one, I'm gonna pop that in right there. And I'm gonna take the last one, I'm gonna pop that in, and I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna touch it. Then I'm gonna take the desired pick, and we're gonna place that right over the female ends, just like that. And then I'm gonna take the next handle, and we're going to place that the way that we wanna place it, which is gonna be the textured side up, and we're gonna take one of the male ends, and we're just going to pop it right over that female end. And then I'm going to rock it towards me, and I'm just gonna use finger pressure on the back side of that female, and I'm going to tighten it up with my screwdriver. The screwdriver I'm using is just like one of those micro electronics flathead screwdrivers. It does need to be small enough to fit these screws, and I wanna make sure that I have good contact on this screw so that way I don't slip off and scratch and mar my screws, because I have done that in the past and it's fine, it doesn't look bad. I'm gonna take my next one and we're gonna do the same thing, just rock it so I can put my thumb on the back, or my finger, sorry. And then I'm just gonna screw that in place. And just using the tension from your finger is enough to hold the female side together. It's not going to slip in circles there as I rotate the male side. So last one. Boom, just like that. And if you wanna make it tighter, you don't need to bust out another turning tool. I'm gonna take my thumbnail here and I'm just going to finger tight like that. That's as tight as you really need it. You don't need these things super tight, and you don't want to use any type of Loctite or thread locker because you want to be able to take these off in case you bend or break one of these tools. Boom, just like that. And you know what? I actually have one of these that's a little slightly bent, so maybe I should consider replacing that right now. Nah, it's still good. I'll make a video in the future of me replacing this guy, and I'll take it apart, I'll clip it, flip it around, and we'll go through that whole process. It's still in good shape. But I love that. I was just thinking today, I was like, man, I can't believe I bent one of my most used tools in my entire collection. And only now did I realize, oh yeah, dummy, these things are double-ended. I can totally just clip this off. I love that design. I absolutely love Moki tools. Buy all the Moki tools, buy everything. You need to go to the website, spend €1,000,000 and buy 20 of everything. Send one of all those things, one of each of those things to me because I'm your favorite reviewer, and then send everything else to all of your friends, keeping just one set for yourself. And that is my life, essentially. You're just broke, you buy things for yourself, you give things to your friends, and then people get mad at you for having bought all the things. That's just the way things are in life. So let me know in the comments down below, do you plan on purchasing everything on the website after this review? Because I sure did. I love Moki tools. I love his pinning tray. I love his jackknife. I love his picks. I love the case. I love the turning tools. I love his sticker. I'm gonna put it on my forehead after this and walk around and just to freak out the wife. I love all of the other things that he sent to me. I don't remember if these colors are available on his website or not. I don't see any reason why not, but he sent me these. I'm gonna be giving away for my 5,000 subscriber giveaway. That's all I have for today, folks. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you plan on getting from the Mok-Workshop? Are these your favorite tools in the world? I dare someone to tell me, Sandman, I don't really like Mok-Workshop tools. They're too perfect. They're too amazing. They're too beautiful. They're too precise. They're just too exacting. I just don't like the German engineering that they're known for, which is best of the best. I like flawed tools, Sandman. You really need to check out that Amazon pick set instead, Sandman. You know, those guys, I would love to hear from those guys in the comments. Guys, that's all I have for today. Remember, I'm not rich, I'm irresponsible, and I'm just a businessman blessed with many friends. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Mr. Sandman, bring us